That's Michael Caine technique.
It's just, I don't always, but sometimes.
So here we are at in the port here. We've got the sun going down over Rijeka, which is the highest mountain in Istria, and we're just about to enjoy an evening.
It's romantic, isn't it?
It's romantic, isn't it?
When are we going to get down to the chase and start kissing?
Yeah, when are we?
Let's do some questions first.
So, what's surprised you so far about Croatia?
Well, I've been here 3 times, so what surprised you?
We've been at the busiest spot, the loudest spot, all the cars are going to be out. Yeah. It surprised me that we chose such a loud spot to do this vlog. It surprised me. I like going into the sort of restaurants here. I think that's where you find people and you find the funny sort of little quirks about Croatian culture. And they're very loving and very friendly, but in a really forceful manner. I think that's what we've all found. It's kind of like, eat us food, eat our food. Yeah. Not like, would you like some food? It's more just like, eat our food. You enjoy this, yes. And then, you know, they take you around the back of the kitchen for a little.
I tell you what, I'm impressed by. This is Rijeka is an industrial port town, right? And we have industrial port towns in, say, the UK, like Ipswich, for example. And you look at Ipswich and you look at this, and you look at the architecture here, and then you look at Ipswich, where, you know, it just doesn't even compare. You have a beautiful, is it a national theatre here?
Yeah, national theatre.
Is it the National Theatre of Croatia or just this area?
There is a chain of theatres, and this is one of the national theatres.
This is one of your national theatres.
Yeah. Basically, Paddy wants a job with the Board of Tourism.
It's just a level of culture that you have here, that you have a chain of national theatres. And in England, people think, in Ireland as well, you know, we're very cultured, and we're very, you know, wordy and very well educated and literal. You come here and if you've got 3 national theatres, that means someone somewhere's writing a play or 2. You know what I mean? Have we heard of them? Probably not. You know, or maybe they're rebranded and named as an Alan Ayckbourn play. That's what he does.
And do you know any Croatian words yet?
Yeah, Kvala.
Shivili.
And Kvala.
I know to say Hrvatska rather than Croatia. And what are the other words?
Suomi, Finland.
What's that?
Suomi is named.
I don't think you need language to. I mean, language is transcended by gesture and facial. See, because you can get a lot with just like a That's all the words I need, really.
And have you tried to learn any languages?
No, I hate language altogether. I think comedy would be better if we just didn't talk. If we all just looked at each other and just did a whole hour of.
That's what they do in Ipswich.
Yeah,
they don't.
Exactly.
They just grunt and rub against each other.
Well, it worked in a silent film, didn't it? Bring back silent film. Too many stand-ups talking. Yeah. Hate it.
And which moments did you enjoy?
Vince just won't shut up. Listen to him. He's constantly going on. Never lets us get a word in.
Vince is from Canada. Vince just arrived, so he didn't do the gig the other day for secret reasons we're not allowed to mention.
And which moments did you enjoy on Saturday night with the Croatian teachers?
All of it. It was a room of 200 women. It was incredible. It was like a dream I had, except in my dream they're all covered in oil. But to be honest, that did happen later on in the night in room 505 where I was staying. So
I imagine we all had. I think I might had a different gig from yours. You were possibly the most excited a man could be on stage.
Yeah.
It wasn't a stage. It was more like a dating game for you, of 300 individually telling them which room you're in. It was very funny to watch. I mean, I just clown around. I'm a bit of a clown, I think, you know, the language thing, I don't know, there's a lot of silliness, you know, that it's not entirely highbrow, shall we say.
And when you do a gig that's not for a British-Irish audience, but for a kind of international audience like this, or a Croatian audience here, what's different about doing a gig here to doing it in London?
Point of reference, if you have a joke that relies on just quickly saying the type of woman that goes to Waitrose, for example, which is a very posh chain of grocery stores, you can immediately say that and everyone gets your reference point. That doesn't mean anything here. So you then have to find out what that reference point would be here. And you've to, if I asked you, well, okay, the people that go to, you know, the middle class, upper middle class ladies that shop in very expensive food halls, you say that to Korea, do you have that here? No. You know what I mean? You say, do you have Marks and Spencers? Well, in Zagreb they do, but you know, they'll look at you, what?
People want comedy overseas as well. In England, they're just like oversaturated. They're like, oh, just tell us your jokes and bugger off. Whereas over here, they're like, I like your jokes! And they clap at the end of every joke, which is nice. They were laughing at me as I was walking to the hotel room as well, just laughing at me in the corridor, which I should have been offended, but I wasn't. So.
That's because we put a note in your back saying,
Yeah.
we'll do jokes for sex.
Yeah.
We'll do sex for jokes.
Yeah.
We'll do
I can't
sexy
remember which way
jokes.
we had
We'll
it.
do
right.
sexy jokes.
We'll just do sex.
We'll do sexy jokes, that's it.
And have you ever done a gig in front of language teachers before?
My mum's a teacher, an English language teacher, so yeah, technically.
Does she find it funny, your stuff?
No, she hates everything I do. I was a disappointment before I came out of the womb. They did like one of those scans like that, a little scan on me, and she was just like, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it, look at him, he's funny looking already. I've been a source of disappointment to both my parents. So
That's because you keep stealing your sister's shirts that don't quite fit. Quite flatten up.
I can't help it, I look so much better in them.
I've met your sister, you do.
And Nino, you've brought these guys over here. Like,
Unfortunately, yes, that was a mistake, but now it's too late to correct this.
and what made you get into all of this?
Because, unlike them, I know lots about Croatia. So I knew, because I'm Croatian, I knew that English-speaking comedy will go well here.
Oh, he's such a liar, you're doing it for the orgies backstage.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
what you told me last night.
And I was desperate to, that was my greatest achievement of my life. To
But Nino,
to
you're-
get 200 teachers. That was revenge.
Your pedigree, come on, you've got pedigree of comedy,
I do have pedigree comedy. That's why I'm inviting you guys, because I was comedian before I started to be a journalist. I work as a journalist in UK, and I knew that something like this, I didn't have any doubts about that. That we like comedy, we like good comedy, and it's not important in which language. And we do speak few languages.
You speak better English than we do.
We do have, we do speak few languages, unlike you guys.
Yeah.
And so it was natural choice. I mean, these guys are good. They're good. They represent something else, which I think is good to show to people in Croatia, that you can laugh on different things and on human differences and different opinions. You accept things. We have problems with this a bit. We used to have problems with accepting views that are different from ours. So I think it's something more than a humor.
And what do you think's good stand-up
That's what I
comedy?
think.
What do you think good stand-up comedy can
Something that
achieve?
speaks directly to you, really. For me personally, empathising with the comic on stage, finding something of what they're saying inside yourself and making a personal connection. And then, like I say, just, good laughter. You need to make people laugh, really. I think you can make people think, but if you want to make them laugh first and foremost.
Yeah, I think you could, as long as it's funny. That seems to be the rule. As long as it's not racist or homophobic or cruel. Well, there's a lot of cruel
Some
stuff.
racist, homophobic stuff is quite funny.
Yeah, that's...
Especially about young.
Especially stuff about disabled people. That's my speciality, really.
It's fun.
like
The
disabled
thing about I think stand-up comedy is that in
a black gay disabled man
the
walks into a
grandest
bar,
way
right?
we could say anything of justifying
falls
what we
over.
do. Not that I want to justify it. Is that you had court jesters
by a brother.
who could, the only person given license to make fun of the king, and that's what. If I had to give it some license, would say that we're the ones that would reflect what people are thinking and might on the ground just be thinking, and you reflect that. That's alternative comedy.
Right.
Is observational stuff, and poking fun at politicians. I mean, we're kind of getting a little bit more political now. I don't do political stuff at all. I've tried. It's not my bag, but so that's the currency that it has that makes it valid, I think. But outside of that, it's just silly. It's just
as long as it's funny, though.
Funny. It's just funny.
And finally, is there anything that's happened over the last few days that you'd build into your act back home?
Drinking coffee
experience?
and the experiences of that. You've seen me do that bit.
I've got some.
Meeting Slovenians. I do a bit about Slovenia, which is I just can't let go. Yeah.
The fuck is this? What is this? It's insane.
For your protection.
Disinfected. Why do I need to know that? Sure, just don't infect my room in the first place. So I'm going to build that in somewhere.
I'm not going to pick on your country. I think it's fucking beautiful. I've had the nicest few days ever. Your women are beautiful, your food's incredible, and it's just picturesque everywhere. I love it. I love it. The only thing that is a bit weird, right, I don't understand what you people do. In every hotel I've gone to, what the fuck is this? What is this? Disinfected for your protection on the toilet? Why was it infected in the first place? My protection? This terrifies me. What happened in that toilet before I got there? When you go to a hotel in England, you take it as given that no one has infected your fucking toilet, right? What else are you going to find in the hotel rooms here? Like some cling film, plastic on top of the sink. No one has had a shit in this sink. Not one. Not one. Hello, Mr. Leach, welcome to your room. Just to let you know, none of the staff have had sex in the bed. None of them. Oh, I was kind of hoping they had. Yeah, that's funny. Weird. I like things like that, and I like little things that kind of go, yes, a little service, yeah, disinfected. I'm going to keep that and take it home and put it on my fucking wall. You still don't like me, or you're laughing now? I can guarantee it's going to be safe. It's almost like, it's like winning the marathon. I'm free, let the infection fly. Oh shit.
And what's it like being here? We've got
all
the
get
mountains and the sea here.
Beautiful.
What's it been like being by the seaside?
We've had some very nice fish dishes, haven't we?
I've got to say, I want to come back and just holiday with the family that come back here, because Croatia, for years no one ever talked about it. My grandparents were here in 1952.
We didn't want to,
You know,
let
and-
you know that we have such a great coast.
Now
we have to.
You don't let us know. The Russians have done. You don't want that. You know, my grandmother in Ireland. I went in to see her once, and she was crying. And I asked why she was crying, and she said because they just bombed Dubrovnik. I didn't even know. Well, I knew this place, and she was there in whatever 1950 something, and she was in tears. She said, "It's Croatia. It's the most beautiful place." And I went, I didn't know what it was really, to be honest. You know, but now you discover it, and you go, "Wow, it's cultural. It's really cultural."
Well, it was fabulous. I talked to some of the teachers afterwards, and they thought it was the first time ever that there's been stand-up comedy at an English language teachers conference. And would that be something you'd like to do somewhere else? Of
course.
Of another 200, 300 teachers.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were very, very kind and responsive, and they gave us a lot of laughter and smiles and joy, and that was beautiful.
Way
that
more
was
than I
More
thought.
beautiful than this coastline.
Did it
So,
surprise you how much laughter we got from it?
No, I am hilarious.
You are hilarious. He's hilarious.
I expect that every single
I thought
show.
it was going to be a little bit staid and a little bit judgmental, and it wasn't. They were, well, when a sex god like this holds the whole show
sex
together,
god.
you know, demigod.
I'm just a
Can we
pervert.
blaspheme?
I'm just a
prefer them
pervert.
more.
I'm just a humorous
I think what
pervert.
is also important is that
deviant.
we are not the side of the barricade. And when I was a student, we were, learning not just only English language, but about English culture. And this is colloquial language. This is language that is still quite alive. This is real. I didn't say that the English from the books is not real English, but this is also important part of English, British, and English-speaking culture. And I think this is natural choice.
Doesn't Nino look like
stand
Zach Galifianakis from The Hangover, doesn't he? Google Zach Galifianakis.
What I want to say is okay. I'm sick of foreigners. I'm sick of all. I'll kill them all.
Kill them all.
Well, good luck for tonight.
Convince, wrap it up, because he's not said it
Yeah,
yet.
it's no pressure.
I'm going to all
Your final thoughts, Vince.
My final thoughts.
I mess it up.
Yeah, I
Do it without mentioning AC/DC and Angus.
I gotta just say that Croatia has been very inviting, and I can't wait to see the rest of the country. If this is any indication, or is this the best part, and you're gonna drag us through like
We have all parts of.
We've got Chakovets.
We're getting a horse and cart to the
We
next
have
town.
Chakovets to go to. Oh yeah,
We've
you
loved
idiot.
it. Thanks for having us.
Right.
Well, thanks, Croatia.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Let's go and have sex.
Right. Let's get on to the show.
Paddy Lennox! What the fuck are you well? Yeah, I'm from Irats, yeah? Irats, not Kurats, Irats, yeah? Fuck you with the Kurats, yeah? Nice to be back in Croatia. And I believe I'm in, what's the name of this place? Where am I? Rijeka, yes, that's right. I'm staying, this used to be the Italian bit, is that right? Yeah, across the river was the former Yugoslavia, is that right? Yeah? Yeah, bad times, man. Fucking, I'm from Northern Ireland, we have borders too. I know how you feel. We have that shit going on, yeah. I'm staying across the river there. What's the river called? What's the town called? Yeah, it's the same fucking word, you idiots. That's a lot of imagination went into that. What should we call the river? Same place as the town, I don't know. Same name, we're too lazy. Fuck it, we're drinking. Thank you, thank you. So it's nice to be here on a boat, on a lovely boat. Fucking, it's surrounded by fucking piranha fish. What is going on with these fish? I said to someone, can you eat those fish? And they said, no, fuck it, don't eat those fish. Those fish eat shit. I said, that's bad news for an Italian if he falls in the river.
So that was stand-up comedians on the boat, off to catch the bus.
I said, that's because you went over the top.